Welcome to ACD Combatives, your combatives and control tactics channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Guys, Coach Kurt. So this is an interesting one. It's a good example of sometimes you can't de-escalate a situation as much as you would like to. All cops would like to de-escalate a situation, but here's a fine example of when it's just not going to happen. Pre-driving indicators led the officers to have probable cause to believe the individual was driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. There was some, maybe didn't want to yield at first, but he eventually pulls over and he immediately jumps out of the car. Now, he has 3 children in the back of the car. Now, I don't think the police knew this at the time, but things got out of hand really quick. They tried deploying their taser, and it failed. And you'll see that in the video. And this is a great video to illustrate needing to train on how to transfer into other force options.
Lacey, a lot of DUI driving, failing to yield right now.
So he was failing to yield, and he finally got him to pull over, and he jumps out of the car.
Stay in the car! Stay in the car!
Guys, I'm here to tell you, if you get pulled over by police and you're just regular Joe citizen and not some nutbag like this, stay in your vehicle, especially at night. Cops want to come to you, and you jump out of the vehicle and it instantly turns it into a much more escalated situation. They don't know if you're coming to attack them, if you have weapons on your person, or what the situation is. But again, transition drills are something for you to train. You will see that in this video. Let's keep watching. And you heard him say, "I'm going to kill you." He jumps back and does that backward skip. He even lifts his pants. I call it the Bruce Lee when I was tugging at his pants before he was going to kick. Taser fails to deploy. Now, guys, in 25 years, I've never actually tased anyone, but I've seen the taser used excessively by coworkers and other officers, deputies, troopers, what have you. And it fails more often than you would think, especially during winter with heavy clothing.
Let's take that back. You can clearly hear the suspect make threats. The officer then deployed his taser, but the electrically charged probes that shot out appeared to hit the guy's jacket. Cops say that can be a problem with using a taser in the winter when people are wearing coats.
And again, the taser failed, so this video is really to indicate you need to have a plan B. How to de-escalate not de-escalate, but how to stop the aggressive attack. Your taser failed. They're still charging in on you. You need to practice in the clinch range. You saw me using the front lead leg front kick or the teep to keep them off. You have an aggressive opponent that throws a punch. You have to learn to clinch and take them down. Guys, the officers did just fine. There was nothing wrong with this video. This isn't saying they did this wrong or that wrong. So if it comes across that way, I apologize. Everything was fine. They controlled the suspect, got him in handcuffs. This is me just reiterating to people I train, because this comes up all the time in training. Well, why wouldn't we want to keep our distance? You know, of course you want to keep your distance. But at some point, tools fail, and they're going to be aggressing you. You have to be able to control the aggression. They're coming in to attack you, and using that lead leg kick to keep them off, or maybe shelling up if they're coming in with a strike. You need to learn to clinch, because clinch leads to handcuffing. And if you aren't comfortable in the clinch, you're going to do the I don't know how to fight dance, where you just cling on to them and you hop around and hope for the best. You've seen me talk about that in other videos. Again, please, this video is a perfect example of how shit goes bad and tools fail. Guys, I have seen the taser fail more often than I've seen it work. And other officers might have other experiences where, depending on situations, that it works all the time for them. But I'm here to tell you that taser is not some kind of magical weapon. It was the right choice because the guy was moving in, not following verbal commands. He was being very aggressive. They popped the taser out and deployed it. Perfect choice of tool to use in that situation, but a perfect example of how that taser will fail you The Murphy's Law of if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. So your plan B is be able to transition and practice transitioning from strikes to baton to pepper spray. And here you see a smaller female officer who's got excessively good striking skills I'm training with. And she's trained lots of Muay Thai and boxing. And I'm here to tell you, if you train it, it will work for you. And you have to put that in your toolbox. You can't just plan on your taser or your pepper spray working. I started before tasers were even a thing. I love pepper spray, but according to the Department of Justice for the state of California, it's still only 89% effective. And I've seen that fail on many occasions as well. So have a plan B and practice it, train it. If you don't have a martial arts school in your area, work heavy bag transitions from pepper spray to taser to baton, strikes. Let's take another look at this incident. As you can see, it's a clinch. They get pretty tied up. They take him down. He was, according to the news report, he was trying to gouge the officer's eyes out. He grabbed the officer's gun. This was a fight for the officer's life. He had a partner with him. I'm assuming it was either a trainee because this guy was an FTO or another officer was there during the contact. And maybe he called out and said, hey, the guy's not yielding. Could you send someone my way? Officers do that all the time, even if they're not asked. They hear something going down, they roll that way. Thank goodness there was 2 officers because this guy, he wanted to fight. He wanted to do damage. God knows why. Again, he had his 3 children in the back, so he was doing this in front of his children. And from what I understand, they were 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, that range. Mom had no clue where they were at, and I'm pretty sure she had said she had reported them missing or kidnapped and by the husband. So happy ending. Things worked out. Officers were able to stop the aggression. Now remember, there's always a gun available. It's your gun. So there's always a gun in every situation. Learn how to defend it. Learn how to handle the clinch.
You mock my pain.
Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something.